of your life?
Well, after I took over from Oprah's show, I really became very bored after a couple of seasons. And that's when I decided to just go international. And I'm the first person with an international talk show. People dial in from all over the world.
Very
And next week we'll have Prince Charles and that new chick that he's been dating, that he dated behind Diana's back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, Les, why don't you give us a few more kind words?
Well, as you know, I have chosen you for my only interview, and I told you I would give you just a few words in basically 5 minutes, and it is 4 minutes and 59 seconds. This is really perfect, as a matter of fact.
It's a lot better.
Does it sound like normal sound?
It sounds a little hot, but it sounds a lot better.
How's this? Is this better?
Yeah, just talking in regular speaking voice.
Yeah. This is okay now, right? Okay.
They have you admitted? No. Is it still bleeding? Mm-hmm. Oh, they got the big gauze on it. Oh, yeah, that stuff to stop it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, they're both here. I didn't know Sloan was coming. I would have called him and stopped him. I didn't know Jeff was coming. I would have stopped him. Lynx want to talk to you. Huh? Yeah, I can tell. All right. Love you, bye. All right, so they're just checking on it and hopefully trying to get it to stop.
Now, this only happens after she's completed dialysis. She has her dialysis.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, she just has one more to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, then after...
Get surgery.
Mm-hmm. Then she left like 3, just to see how well it takes. That'd be cool. And then she'll be off. At least you won't be in pain anymore. I'll be able to take it. And that's what I asked for, too. On my walk, the Lord said, you asked for it to take all her pain. Now I'm going to give it to you. And I said, okay. I said, darn. Okay. Yeah, ask and you shall receive. Be careful what you ask for.
I'm going to get another cookie.
Because I know I'm going to get it. So I always get what I ask for.
Well, would you up your request to something like...
Oh, done deal. I haven't seen my mailman in 2 days. He hasn't seen me.
I got one peanut butter cookie left.
She does.
Oh. The restroom's back there. You all know what? And you come and make your own, brother man. Since we're not shooting, okay. I'm experiencing anxiety about tomorrow, and I got to get on that. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna work on your presentation?
Yeah, that's kind of like on my mind right now. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, tomorrow's very important. That's for the rest of the days of our lives. Thank you very much for... Yeah, you're welcome. Love you! That's been on my mind, and now that I have more time, I'd like to go and focus on our future. Go in peace. Go in peace, my sister. You all mind? Plus, I'm meeting with a consultant tomorrow morning at 7:30 who's going to advise me even more on presentation. So that's where my focus is now that I can move to that.
Because you know what? What's so cool is that all the words are already chosen. The decision's already made.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
But in the meantime,
Just being guided to say
having
already been said.
Having,
so
as the term goes, a seamless presentation.
Sure.
That's where my mind is right now.
And it's done.
So I'm going to excuse myself.
Goodbye, Miss Divine One.
In our best, all of our best interests.
Without a doubt.
And because I'm sitting
Traveling
up here,
grace.
I'm sitting up here. See, if your mother were here, that would distract me. But I'm sitting up here. Okay, let's see. Okay, no. Oh, Patches, and now you fall in love.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Get down, baby. Are you allergic?
No.
Okay.
No, cats like me and used to. No wonder
Your
this
fish
happened.
ain't gonna like that now. Fish be swimming tomorrow. What's that? Patches Louise, girl. Come on, see your mommy. Blinks wanna play.
No, when did I become popular?
Since she heard you were leaving.
Look at these ears.
Oh, he said, no, stop crying. I'm right here. I'll be right there. Don't be bugging. Okay, let's start the movie.
I thought that the person that they take the new kidney from goes first.
Oh,
that's in surgery.
Surgery.
We were talking
Sorry.
last minute testing.
Yeah.
Never mind me. I'm kind of poking around
Well, that's,
doing my
you know.
thing, and I kind of one ear kind of peeps out now and then. And
Yeah, we'll find that out Monday. A schedule on that.
see if I can give me a little cushion here. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be just fine.
Shh. Oh no, she's gonna be talking.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay. Okie dokie.
Okay, just focus on me like we did
I'm
last
getting in
time.
there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to worry about
Oh, okay.
it. And you'll tell me when you're rolling.
Okay.
Yeah. I can make a little window monitor here. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Betty, for letting us in again.
Welcome.
And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is that since the last time we were together, you have had to go to the hospital for an emergency situation. Could you tell me what that was all about?
It was the same thing that happened 3 months ago, July 30th, to be exact. My venous arterial side of my arm wouldn't stop bleeding when the attendant took the needle out. So we were here for about 2 hours, and we got there, and then it was still 2 more hours before they could get it stopped. And the same thing happened the other day. It did the same thing, and we was hoping it would stop so I wouldn't have to go to the hospital, but it didn't. So I ended up going again, and it was cumulative about 4 hours then too. So even up there, you know, it took a while for it to stop, to slow down. And they put a little strip of, it's called gel foam on it. And that helps to keep it down. But when I took the gel foam off yesterday, Wednesday, for dialysis, it had a little blood in there still, a little puddle. So I immediately put it back on and rewrapped it. And that's sometimes, you know, if it's really, really bad, they had to put a stitch in it. Or the first time they wanted to give me blood transfusion, but that's turned out I didn't have to have it, and I was so glad I didn't have to. And they didn't stitch it this time, but since it was still bleeding, should have. But that's something that it has to be attended to, and you need to go to the hospital for it. So I told the 8-card people when they came, I said, well, I just don't want to go to the hospital again. So he said, you did the right thing by calling us. So.
How are you feeling right now?
I don't feel good at all. I feel weak, in the same way I felt the first time after I lost a lot of blood. Because my blood, I do have low blood. I know that for sure.
I feel like I'm going to just crumble to the floor. And my body just feels funny. So I'm taking Tylenol for that. Hopefully, it'll go away. But I do feel very weak.
What are your thoughts now that it's just a matter of days before the transplant takes place?
I'm trying not to think about it too much. But still, there's symptoms that come up that make me kind of scared, but not as scared as I was the first time. I just got so scared the first time I didn't even want to think about it anymore. I think I've moved up to about middle ways of it. And I'm praying a lot, and I hope that things go well with us, because I consider it a risk. Everything is a risk. And every second, every minute, I just don't know. No one knows, But I feel like he wants me to go ahead with it this time. And so I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I hope things work out fine. Yeah, I'm really nervous. I'm really getting really scared. A lot of nausea. But I'm not supposed to worry. So I'm not going to worry as much, because he said we're not supposed to worry.
What do you think your children are thinking right now?
They're constantly in touch. And then when they talk, it's like they want me to say something about it, but I won't. In fact, my son, he's going to come over and spend the night with me Sunday night. And the donor, she's getting antsy, I think. She's like she's constantly on the move, And I know this is part of it. She tries to act like, it doesn't bother her, things don't bother her, but they do. I know that's why. Because with me, when I get like that, it's a feeling when relatives go past or something like that, or something real bad. I just, not real bad, but something happens, trauma like, I just have to go. I just have to move. But right now I don't feel well, so I'm stationary. I just want to just lay down. Yeah.
That's
Okay, pretty good.
just quick. Have you and Paula talked about this recently?
No, but I did tell her a few weeks ago that I really appreciated her being a donor. And also I've told the other kids, and I told them, Cameron, that they were also willing. Even my son's wife was willing. So that was just, that right there is deserve praise when I can give it to him. But not recently. We kind of like bypass it. Yeah. So.
I'm groovy if you're groovy. I still have a few minutes on my battery. So
I can't think of anything. Can you think of anything else? Okay.
go ahead.
On dialysis, they do make sure that you're okay, send you questionnaires, make sure everything's all right, and things do be taken care of right away. And one thing is, like, if I need to go on vacation, the social worker would arrange for me to have dialysis wherever I go. So that right there is good. Anywhere you go, you can have it. They'll set it up for you. And they're very helpful. And I have no complaints.
You're not going to be needing them, so.
No.
So,
No, I
but
won't
you're a
need
good
it,
referral.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you, Betty. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. Well, she didn't mention this or she didn't mention that,
I'm trying to find my
Does it help that your cap is on? Yeah.
Yeah, this thing kind of follows itself and it wants to pick up what I'm looking at. Okay.
Okay. The case manager at the Northwest Kidney Center and the social worker are two very important people to me. They have nutritionists, just almost anything that you need. And the case manager, that was my first appointment with the kidney center. He gave me a kidney center handbook, and two important things in there was a power of attorney and living will to be filled out. I had that filled out, and my doctor and my daughter, my second daughter, would be in charge of it. And so when we came to the conclusion, they all came to the conclusion, the other kids too, was life support. And of that, we have life support, but until it's like there's nothing can be done. Everything has been done, it could be done, and nothing could be done. And that's when they would unhook the life support. It's all written out, all signed, and all notarized.
Are you volunteering to donate your organs?
Oh, I don't think none of mine are useful, really. Because I've just been so sick with almost everything. Mm-hmm. So I don't think so.
Just thought I'd
ask. Oh no, that's gonna be on there, isn't it?
That's okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. And then too, when they have it on the driver license thing, it's like, no, and I think that's the case with a lot of people. We'll say no, when in actuality we won't really know anyway, but it's just a thought not to do it. And then here I am, I need somebody, but then I might think about that, is whatever's useful they can use, then I'll give it more thought. Yeah.
Beautiful statement. Mm-hmm. Goes in with our man on the street.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of people had all kinds of answers.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought about being a donor? No.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if you might need a transplant? Well, I hope somebody will think about me and come up with
yeah.
People had all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unless you can think of something.
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, the first time I was going to have the transplant, I just got so scared. I think I might have mentioned that, but I did. I got really scared. There were 3 classes to take. I was at Harborview, and it was going to be done at the University of Washington Hospital. And I went to 2 classes. I got so scared until I wouldn't even think about it. I just put it way back on the back burner, But this time I'm a little better. I think I've already said that.
Can you share what was frightening to you?
All the medicines. That was about, as I remember, I had to start with about 18 to 20 medicines. And gradually, maybe about after 6 weeks or 2 weeks, you would get off of some of it. It would dwindle down. And when I ended up, I probably ended up maybe about 6 or maybe something like that at the very end down there. And that scared me. And then it scared me when things like, what could happen and things like that. And that just really, I really got scared. And I should know that things happen, no matter how minor or major the surgery is. So I just have to really concentrate on that. And that they're telling you what's going to happen, what might happen. And I said, oh, no. And then people have made remarks like, oh, I'm not going to have no transplant. No, and it might reject, and then you got to go back on the machine or, this and that. They make it sound really final, if they have to do it. And they just say, oh, no, I won't even think about it, So then I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead this time. Because there's a young man that the lady to do me now, she was doing him also for his technician. And the first time his rejected, and I think another young man rejected, but they just went ahead and did another one, and then they were successful. But comments can really scare you too.
Has Mita commented on any of her fears, or do you know anything about?
No, she hasn't, but I know she has some, and then I feel that she does. Like she said, she's gonna be up in a few days. Okay. She just tried to conquer all, but she should have it. We'll be talking probably Monday after we go through all the rounds and stuff. Excuse me. Then that would come out. So I know she has some thoughts. I know she does. See, I think that's all I have.
Okay, Jeff, do it slowly, because
Okay.
she's going to think of one more thing.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. See, I told you. Go ahead.
For ride to and from the kidney center through DSHS, I get transportation. Usually forward's cab. And if they're real busy, sometimes yellow cab, and sometimes the those transportation buses. Like, so that was really good. And as I said, when I first started, if I felt okay, I would just take the bus back home and sometimes stop downtown. And then the doctor had me talk to a lady who was afraid, of it, when you first have it. And she said, I want you to tell her how you feel. I said, I just feel real, real good, And you do feel better after you got those poison out of your system and stuff. But then later on, I couldn't take the bus home. It got more into my system, I guess, I would be weak. I would get cramps, and I would just get real nauseated, and everything. Had to turn the fan on, lay me down flat, start yawning. So all those things came up, and this all a part of dialysis. Yeah. I'm done.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Do you know why insulin did not work with you? Why insulin failed?
It didn't fail. Only thing that failed was like I tried to find a place for the injection. I couldn't find a place it wouldn't even go into my skin. And it might have been, I think it's because sometimes my blood pressure might have been too high. I might have been frustrated about something, irritated about something. I think this is what it was. But sometimes you just couldn't find a place, and you just give out. So I started, my aunt said she'd do her stomach. So I started doing it in the stomach, and that worked better. But then it's just trying to find a place to poke it, They took me off insulin. The doctor said there was no need for me to be on insulin since I was going on dialysis. The dialysis would clean my blood, cleanse my system and stuff. But I was told by the doctor that for the diabetes, I might have to go back on insulin, and which I'm praying that I don't. See, it was so bad, with the diabetes had gotten so bad out of control because it wasn't detected, that I had to go on the needle. But I'm hoping this time I can go on the pills. Everything's be better when I can go on the pills. And then I might have to have dialysis for a few times after, until everything kind of gets settled down. And they'll come and get the equipment, I think about a month or so down the road. So if I do have to have, I just hope it's just a couple of times.
Why did you have to go on dialysis?
Mainly because of the sugar. The sugar will lower my pressure. If it gets too low, I can go into a diabetic coma. And I have gotten real, real hungry. Sometimes I get so hungry I can do is just moan and I just can't do nothing. And somebody had to fix something for me to eat. Or either I have a sandwich pre-made where I can just go ahead and just get the sandwich. So when you get real hungry, it's not pretty. It's not neat at all. And hunger does hurt. I've heard that. And I think about people who are hungry. I would get so hungry. I would get real, really hungry. I just have to eat something right away. My eyes became blurry. like if when I was driving at the time, and street lights they would look like snowflake designs. I couldn't read on the TV, or I couldn't read the TV guide. I had to have laser surgery on both eyes, not at the same time, both eyes. And one of them I had to have it on there twice, I think. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the right one, to stop the bleeding back there. And also, I itch. I would itch so bad. Oof, it was incredible. And then my lower back hurt me. I couldn't hardly stand up. So that's definitely signs. So I had to go on dialysis.
Okay, Jeff. Do it slowly.
Is that cut?
That's cut.
It's a wrap. You sure?
Do it slowly.
I'm glad you asked me about the symptoms.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I had forgotten about the itching.
Mm-hmm.
And the hurting
Yeah,
back
that's the
here.
first time I've heard about that.
Yeah,
Itching.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
That's dangerous.
All of it.
That lower part, yeah, you know, it hurts so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, the kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Does he have some more tape?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you want to say
Yeah.
something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first dialysis was done at Harvard View Hospital, and because it's after they had, put me on everything, and I was in the hospital, so they did it there. And almost at the end, I got chill, real bad chill, and the girl that did me said that was common, in the first time. So, yeah. That's it.
Okay, Jeff, that's a cut.
Really, really?
Do it slowly.
It is.
Do it
It
slowly.
is.